Hello my lovely techie friends, I'm Every Inch a Dave.
And I'm Jacob, far more metric than imperial.
Yes, we've seen the future, we've seen the wax and wane of great civilizations and of small insignificant humans. We've dipped our toes into the cosmic pool of possibilities. This is the dimension of imagination. This is an area which we call the PCGamesN Zone.
Yeah, alright Dave. These are the top 5 tech collaborations that will change the world as we know it.
So back in November, those rumours spoken in hushed whispers across seedy bars and funky office canteens and inescapable escape rooms across Silicon Valley were finally confirmed. AMD really were going to be supplying the graphics hardware for Intel's core CPUs.
That's some pretty exciting stuff and can make a huge difference when trying to get that ultrabook aesthetic with gaming performance that doesn't make one throw up in one's mouth.
But that's all old news now, and with another big tech year looming large on the horizon, we've been wondering what the future might hold and what big surprises could be in store for us next.
We've looked into our crystal balls, communed with spirits, eaten strange herbs in sweaty bushes with wide-eyed Silicon Valley shaman, and now we have hepatitis A through E.
But we've also opened a window onto the world of tomorrow and are ready to share what we've seen with you. Be warned, however, some of what you're about to hear might seem either distasteful, frightening, and/or disturbing.
We've already seen a bunch of fanless passive CPU coolers in our time, from vast heatsinks which could barely cool an aging VIA chipset, to an entire chassis integrating the chip chilling into their very cores.
But if we're being honest, these passive coolers have never been about delivering proper gaming level cooling performance.
And that's why serial inventor and vacuum enthusiast James Dyson will become the messiah of processor cooling when his dust-busting company teams up with flesh-coloured fan apologist Noctua.
Dyson have long pioneered the multiplication of air with their air multiplier technology, directing a high velocity gust quietly and without the need for fast spinning fans. It is effectively magic.
By applying the same air multiplication technology, Dyson and Noctua will together seemingly eliminate the need for those pesky rotary blades on CPU coolers, voiding the hot air outside our PC cases with unprecedented velocity.
The good times won't last for long, however, as 2 weeks after launch, iFixit will do a teardown of the cooler and discover that there actually are fans used in the design, and the internet will kick right off.
Dyson will subsequently go fully Howard Hughes, living out the rest of his days in a hermetically sealed chamber. Desperate to arrest the declining interest in virtual reality headsets and compete with the first telepathic ThoughtCom prototype starting to appear on Kickstarter, Zuckerberg's face-hugging VR pioneers will make a partnership with technologist SIEMANS.
It's a real company, you can look it up. It's definitely not an excuse for me to get Jacob to say SIEMANS over and over again on camera.
SIEMANS are the makers of some of the most advanced medical equipment in the world, and their MRI scanners are saving lives on a daily basis. Though at the same time, SIEMANS equipment is scaring the crap out of claustrophobes and people with intimate piercings. The
lightweight headset will feature the classic visual display, but by incorporating portable MRI scanning technology, the wearer will be able to see inside their own brains. Or alternatively, clinicians will be able to select soothing pictures of kittens to calm their anxious patients while they delve into the inner workings of their minds.
The gaming side effect of this collaboration, however, will that your computer will be able to learn your gaming habits. It will read your mind while you're playing and adjust the AI to your gaming experience specifically to suit you and your own thoughts, hopes and fears.
Yes, scared of spiders, tarantula time, nervous around little people, leprechauns, part of the liberal intelligentsia, Trump.
Elon Musk will be all up in our PC grills this time next year after excitingly unveiling the Tesla ALIENWARE Lovefest on stage at E3 in Los Angeles.
Yes, that's where he'll introduce the very first ALIENWARE Tesla 51 machine, a super secretive device whose specs even Dell weren't privy to. It will be powered by the latest Volta GPU with an 8-core Intel Iced Coffee Lake processor, demonstrating the latest Far Cry 5 DLC Hannah Montana in beautiful 5K.
Musk will then spin the machine around, revealing that it's completely cable-free, where there's a battery pack in place of the PSU.
Have you ever seen gaming power in a PC that isn't plugged into the wall before? He'll exclaim.
There'll be hushed silence in the auditorium, punctuated by a few nervous coughs, before a man in a bunny suit stands up and asks whether he'd seen a laptop before.
That man will be forcibly dragged from the room and never heard of again before Musk responds. Yes, he'll say through gritted teeth. Any other questions?
The Tesla 51 will be priced at $17K and pre-orders will immediately sell out. One journalist investigating the design will discover, however, that the gaming battery life is a scant 23 minutes and only 3 were ever made in the initial run. That journalist will also never be heard of again.
And unfortunately that's how we lose Jacob. Yeah, sorry you had to find out this way.
We finally come to understand why Jensen has spent the last year showing off how he's been helping his Isaac robots learn how to play ice hockey when the multi-million-dollar deal with the NHL is revealed.
The 101st year of the league will be a revolutionary one, as the increasing concerns around player safety will mean robot hockey is introduced.
Initially, it's purely a between-period diversion for the fans, but it's the introduction of live ammunition that quickly turns it into the main reason for turning up to the game, leading to a dramatic spike in attendance figures.
The transition to robot golf, however, is a lot more fraught. Adam Sandler ends up suing the PGA, claiming that a hockey-playing entity without a brain going off and playing golf, well, that's kind of his thing.
Ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
And without the puck and bullet-resistant shielding of an ice rink, when the PGA first introduced live ammunition into robot golf, it results in a spectator massacre of Westworldian proportions.
After the combined motherboard manufacturing nightmare that was the AM4, X399, X299 and Z370 launches, the Taiwanese will band together and take a stand.
With pretty much every 2017 platform launch brought forward, or much more demanding than expected, the Tier 1 motherboard manufacturers, tired of being victims and villains of the piece, will band together to take control away from Intel and AMD.
Yeah, their plan is to create a single utilitarian motherboard that everyone will have to use when creating a new PC, whether that be a server, gaming, home, office or whatever machine.
There is one design, and you pay separately after purchase to unlock things like overclocking, extra PCIe lanes, memory slots, and RAID, depending on your needs.
This does not go down well with the CPU makers, obviously, and they end up entering a protracted industrial dispute with the motherboard manufacturers. But by blocking the factories of the smaller companies, this physical silicon blockade ends up bringing the entire PC industry grinding to a halt.
The situation is obviously unsustainable, and eventually Intel and AMD agreed to unify socket design, ultimately ceding power to the new motherboard world order.
Yes, the solitary Das Mutterboard design is released soon afterwards, but the industry hits a rapid period of decline and consumer dissatisfaction, which future historians come to know as the PC's Dark Ages, and it will take decades to recover. So there we have it, our future. Upon this tiny mote of dust speeding through the eternal night, technologies come and go. Empires are born and die, and ages come to pass into history.
So if you've liked what you've seen, give us the old like and subscribe, and check back for more hardware and PC gaming goodness here and on the website.
But if we know the future, are we doomed to endure it, or can we change it? Yes, we can, in the PCGamesN Zone. Goodbye.
Can we get a new Dave, please? This one's broken.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension.